Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly reading for Sagittarius. How are you guys, Sag? Hope you're all doing well this week. If you're looking for a singles love reading specifically, you can check out my playlist. I put them up every Monday. I also want to remind people someone is impersonating me on Instagram. Not sure if they are anywhere else. Spelling my name as Hallo Moon Tarot. This person's using my picture, my information, reaching out, asking for donations for personal readings. I will never ever reach out, ask you for a donation, offer a personal reading to you personally. Anything you need to know is below the videos in the description. So always check there first. Okay, don't fall for the scammer. Right, Sag. Let's focus on you, Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to know? Oops, there we go. So I do see the wheel. So a cycle ending, a new cycle beginning. So I do feel it's an energy of, things starting to shift in your favor, some kind of change. And I can see Two of Cups. Yeah. So some of you might be ending something. We're starting something new. This could be a soulmate connection. Okay, it could be a friendship. See an energy of walking away. Some of you could be walking away from a friendship or a connection with somebody here. But it's also an energy of things shifting in your favor, moving forward. Okay, so where is my soulmate energy? You might be realizing you're not really that connected to them. But it is an energy of two people seeing eye to eye. Okay, so I do see making some kind of a choice here to walk away. Yeah, so there may have been some kind of heartache could be hurt feelings, could be anything. Could be a little bit of fear of a third party situation. So it's an energy of ending. Something is finished. Okay, so there could be a little bit of fear. Things won't go in your favor. You may not meet somebody else because you don't really know where you're going. You're just going. But it's an energy of, with the Eight of Cups, it's an energy of walking away from things that aren't emotionally fulfilling. But it's also an energy of looking out there, and we always know there's that moon energy. You never really know. So it's an energy of facing the fear. Okay? Yeah. So it's an energy just moving forward. You don't always know where you're going, but it's telling you things are going to shift in your favor. So it could be something necessary where you feel like you need to end it. Okay? But it could be an energy of a friendship, walking away from a friendship. Like I say, it could be a love interest. But I do feel there's a little bit of fear, yeah. So there's some trust issues. There may have been some broken trust here. So I do see some mind games, manipulation. So I do feel it's an energy of there could be a possible miscommunication, okay? So always make sure that you look at that energy. Because I actually feel these are two people who generally see eye to eye. But, when you walk away, you're always going somewhere. Yeah, so I do see someone being single. Yeah, so I do feel it's an energy of someone who's enjoying the fruits of their labors, making a decision. But I feel this could be a relationship energy. Sometimes it's an energy of things going to the next level, maybe a little afraid that it won't. Okay, so it's two people who I feel are kind of frustrated with each other. It could be communication issues, frustration. Okay, someone may be thinking they'd be better off being single, but it's always somebody having a fear that they're never going to find that person that emotionally fulfills them. So there's some sort of a choice here. I feel it's a person who's grounding themselves, looking into the future, making plans, enjoying the fruits of their labor. So it's an energy, I feel there's possibility of two single people. Yeah, there may be some trust issues here. Sagittarius. Oops. There we are. So it's someone keeping their feelings to themselves, drinking their tears, exploring their emotions and their feelings. Now it's an energy of sort of looking at those feelings. Someone may have hurt your feelings. Maybe you don't trust them. Maybe there was a third party. Doesn't have to be. It's just it's an energy of heartache. Okay. Maybe you feel this person manipulated you. This could be like a soulmate or a friendship, like I say, but there's trust issues. Yeah, so it's looking at your feelings, exploring your feelings. So there's an energy of something at the early stages, maybe reaching out, maybe making peace, but it's saying to explore your feelings first, how you feel about this situation. Don't keep them to yourself, okay? It's always good to share them, let somebody know. Yeah. Just explore those emotions. Some of you want love, but you're kind of, I feel as though it's an energy of just sort of exploring that energy of just being single for a while. Okay? Yeah. It's a fear of being single too. Fear of, being frustrated, not finding someone, having to end things and walk on, move on. Yeah. So there's definitely communication issues. So this is a person who may not be telling you everything you need to know, but it's an energy of curiosity. So I do feel there's an energy of two people who kind of aren't on the same page communication wise. You may see eye to eye in a lot of things. You may actually very, very well connect in a lot of ways. But you can see we've got someone here who's looking at their feelings and emotions, and then we have someone who's looking for clarity. So there's a need for some kind of clarity. Someone may not have told you the truth. Somebody may have been lying, okay, or you just don't trust what they're telling you. It's also an energy of being curious. So this is someone who may be a little bit curious about something to do with this energy here. My goodness, what's happening? Yeah, so I do see a little manipulation. Yeah, so there's an energy of thank you, but no thank you. Yeah, so I feel it's someone who failed to recognize. Now, like I say, it could be different communication styles where two people just can't communicate. So they're very frustrated with each other. So again, that starts trust issues. But like I say, for everyone, it's different. So I do see the possibility of a new beginning, a fresh new start, tempering your passions, tempering your emotions. You have different temperaments. You communicate differently, but yet you connect. There's something that you do connect with here. Okay, there is definitely a connection. Some of you may be moving away from one person, moving towards another, but I also see, that lingering energy of trust, this fresh new start. You're just not sure. I feel there's someone here who failed to recognize that they were actually manipulating. Some people don't even realize they're being manipulative. Okay. And, generally because it becomes a habit, a play on words, things like that. But it's an energy of manifesting. You actually do mirror each other in some ways. I feel you both fail to recognize something. Okay, you're both failing to recognize something, but I do see this fresh new start. That cup runneth over with emotion. See, someone here is more logical. They think with their head over their heart. It's a person who I feel, they're looking for clarity. It's an energy they're trying to look for clarity in this situation. I feel like you're keeping your feelings to yourself, and I feel like there's this like, oh no thanks, but no thanks. No more of that. It's time for a fresh new start. But I do feel there is this possibility for some of you of making amends, and it's about two different temperaments, two different ways of communicating. It's about calming down. It's about pulling back, looking at this, okay? This person may be just different than you, different communication style. I see two people frustrated is the strongest energy, okay? It's right in the heart of the reading. Two people with their backs to each other, their swords raised. You communicate different. But you feel like this person may not be telling you the truth, that they may be manipulating. So I think this is a person who possibly does, because they feel as though they're going to be rejected. So I do see the possibility of a fresh new start, an opportunity. So some of you may be thinking it's time to try something different. You may be making a choice to walk away. Okay, but I do see a little bit of fear. So tempering your emotions, all right? Temper those emotions a little bit. If you're worried you're going to be single forever, you're never going to find anybody. Okay, so it's an energy of failing to recognize that too. There's always another opportunity. So maybe it's time to just try something different, or a different way to communicate is what I feel. Yeah, so I do see a little Sag energy. So I feel as though you're tempering your passions, you're tempering your emotions. You may be, just kind of calming down and being patient here. Someone may have lost their patience. Some of you aren't, you know, you like that clarity. You like clarity right off the get-go. And if you don't get the clarity you want, you kind of have a tendency to get frustrated and lose patience. So saying to temper that. But yeah, you have different temperaments. So there it is, a different cycle, a cycle ending. So this is if you temper the passions, temper your emotions, okay, things will start to shift in your favor. It's time to try something different. Now, it could be just where you're ending something. You're just done, okay, and you're ready to move forward. Okay, to find somebody different, person who's different than your usual type. Like sometimes people connect, you know, they can be friends, they can get along well in some ways where you see eye to eye. But then when it comes to communication or trust issues or two people communicating their fears, you know, their swords go up, you see. So it has to do with that communication. That's what I feel. A lot of frustration. So there we go. So we have a new opportunity. I can see the seed being planted. This is an energy of building, things going in your favor. So some of you may be walking away because you have another opportunity. Yeah. So someone's not telling the truth. Someone's keeping something to themselves. Maybe why they walked away. Maybe they were frustrated or something to do with the communication. Okay. So it's an energy of a person who's sometimes swears to tell the whole truth, and they may be telling the truth, but they may not be giving you all the information, or there's just a lack of clarity. So look at that. There's that passion in the beginning. And I'll tell you one thing. There's definitely a physical attraction. Someone may not be telling you, but it's possible sometimes people don't like to hurt other people. So they, because of the fear of hurting you, okay, or vice versa, they have tendency to manipulate their words, okay? So, and it could be because someone's walking away. They've got a new opportunity. So they may not have told you they have a new opportunity. Could be yourself too, not wanting to hurt somebody. Sometimes people do that. They don't want to hurt somebody else. So they manipulate their words, manipulate the situation because they don't want to hurt somebody. Yeah, it could be a person who just wants to be single. It's possible. They just want to enjoy the fruits of their labor. So it could be someone who kind of manipulates a little bit because they possibly don't want to commit, you know. It sort of feels that way, but wow, yeah, there's the birth of something new, being open. So I do see a cycle. Things are going to shift in your favor. It's an energy of being open. Showering that abundance upon someone. So some of you are definitely open to new options, open to new possibilities, but it's the birth of something new. See, someone may not have told you. It's possible, or you're not telling somebody that you got a new opportunity. Now, this could be anything. Could be a job situation. It could be anything where someone is feeling a little bit hurt here. Yeah. So it's about two people trusting each other, being able to trust each other enough to speak clearly, okay, to tell the truth. Someone didn't want to. I feel it's an energy where something new happened. Someone met someone new, and I feel they didn't tell the whole truth. So they made a choice, and it has to do with the one. But I do see the birth of something new, overcoming this energy, taking what resonates, leaving the rest behind. You see, that's this energy. Someone tells you some truth, and they don't tell you everything. And that's what I feel has happened here. And it's to do with this passionate beginning. Now, it's possible this person actually finds you very, very attractive, very physically appealing, very sexy, very sensuous. But I do feel... sometimes it's a person who kind of just wants things to go their way, so they manipulate a little bit. I sense a possible little bit of insecurity here too. Sometimes people manipulate because they're insecure. I'm going to see here, 3 of Swords. Yeah, so a little bit of fear. See, there's something that's unknown, things that are hidden. It's the shadow side. It's that darker kind of energy where someone's afraid to tell somebody the truth. So they manipulate. Now, it could be because this person really just wants to be single. You know, they really find you very physically attractive, physically appealing, very sexy, very sensuous. So they manipulate because they want that, right? They want things to go in their favor. So, yeah, so we have someone who's very much focused on that wand, maybe a little immature or just not ready for a relationship. Could be someone who's younger, not very good. It could be a person who's put their foot in their mouth too, said all the wrong things, okay? Generally it's a person here who has some kind of fear. They're just not ready. They're very much focused on themselves and that wand. So, it's an energy with the moon, just trusting your intuition. Something is hidden. There's some kind of secret, something they're not telling you. Yeah, so it's learning to trust that. But yeah, it's two people who aren't trusting each other. Okay, that's what I feel. They're just not trusting each other here. But for a lot of you, I definitely see someone manipulating because they find you very attractive, but they really just want to be single. So they manipulate, play on words. So, manifesting, magician, manifesting because they want to win. It's an energy of someone who doesn't really have the tools, the information. They're not very good at whatever it is they pulled off. They're not very good, but it has about fulfilling themselves, their own happiness. It's all about me. Just want to be single. They just, enjoying the fruits of their labor. But I do see some of you a little bit worried about walking away, about being single, not finding somebody. Okay. Yeah, kind of keeping your feelings to yourself, probably not sharing that with a lot of people, but it's an energy of exploring your feelings, okay? I think you got a person who is apprehensive. I feel like you have a person who manipulated here because they lacked the clarity, the knowledge, and the wisdom, okay, to choose their words wisely. Yeah, so there it is, burden and responsibility. So it's an energy of someone who has a lot of responsibility. It's also about accountability. It's a person who has a lot of responsibilities. They have a lot of weight on their shoulders, but they're enjoying the fruits of their labor. So it has to do with possibly financial success. So I feel the burden's lifting. It's the birth of something new. It's about releasing this burden. Somebody wants to get something off their chest here. Yeah, this person feels responsible. I do. I feel someone feels responsible, but you may be feeling this person isn't taking responsibility. They're not accountable. So definitely a couple of scenarios here. Just take what resonates. Novice of chalices. Yeah, so it's an energy of manifesting. So this is somebody who sometimes tells you a story. They have excuses for everything. They don't want to tell you they just want to be single, okay, because they really find you really attractive. They're very focused on that physical connection. There's definitely a connection, but they're not telling you everything you need to know, so you can't make a very good decision, you see. I think it's a person who's also afraid of being hurt, who's likely being hurt, because that's usually what happens. People who've been hurt in the past, they kind of project their energy onto other people. But I feel this is somebody who manipulated. They tell you a story. They're not telling you everything. Yeah. You likely can sense it. If you have a type of person, and this is something that keeps happening over and over again, on and off situations, it's telling you to try something different, a new kind of person, okay, to look at things differently. Yeah. I think you have two different temperaments. You got air and fire here. Usually you can get along, but I also see that Pisces, Cancer energy, a little Libra energy here, and some Gemini energy. Yeah, so there's the communication. See, this is an energy of clear communication. Someone's not telling you something. You're having to read between the lines. You're having to kind of guess. Okay, so it's about, some of you, it's an energy of been there, done that, thank you, but no thank you. So it's possible this person could be coming in to apologize. But I think this person failed to recognize something. I actually feel like you both did in some ways. Now, it still doesn't mean that, you have to, it doesn't mean you have to make up with the person. It's, you could just keep moving forward, But it's an energy of healing trust issues, being open to healing, being open to discussion. To at least heal it. So it could be a closure energy. But I do feel with the Novice of Chalices, this is somebody who manipulates. So they have a story. They tell you a story because they're maybe not sure how they feel or what they want. So they manipulate, okay? But what it is they're actually trying to do, I feel this person wants to come toward you. They want to talk and want to communicate. Some of you may have multiple opportunities. I think this person had multiple opportunities. I really do. And I think they just didn't tell you. They had another offer, somebody else. And I feel they didn't want to possibly hurt you. It may have been somebody younger. And they possibly didn't want to hurt you. That's what I feel. So they manipulated and lied or just didn't tell you everything. So they kind of left you in a state of confusion. Yeah, we have the Magician. So yeah, it has to do with a happy home, happy life, but it has to do with commitment, manifesting commitment and a strong financial foundation. This is somebody who I feel does feel burdened by this. I do feel it's an energy where they wanted to be single. I do feel it's an energy of this person taking responsibility. I feel they are burdened, and I feel they do feel responsible. But for some reason, it's this energy where it flips over to yourself. You don't feel this person's responsible or reliable or accountable. Okay? Yeah. And I feel too, I see multiple opportunities. There's something in the way they didn't tell you the whole truth in a communication. They weren't telling you everything. They were manipulating, telling you a story. Okay, so, but like I say, I think this person wants to apologize, and it has to do with building this foundation. See, this is an energy of someone who, I think they just had another offer and didn't want to hurt your feelings. I got to be honest, and sometimes people do that, and I'll tell you, they'll stick to it too. They definitely don't want to take responsibility, I feel. But for some of you, it's possible they feel responsible. I think this person doesn't want the burden of a relationship. Okay, they really want to be single. So it's a person who takes that opportunity, the next opportunity that comes. If things don't go in their favor, if they can't manipulate you, and I don't think you're going to fall for any kind of manipulation again, but it's really about frustration. It's about a play on words, a lack of clear communication. Yeah. Tell me about this for. This is someone who failed to recognize the way they were communicating. A lack of clarity. See, it has to do with safety, security, financial stability. This is a single person enjoying the fruits of their labors. They have the house, the home. They actually have all the tools. They have everything they need. Okay. Some of you are going to move towards someone else. I think if this person does come towards you, I do feel multiple opportunities. So make sure, because it's energy where things flip. If this person comes towards you or you get into that same situation, make sure you just tell the truth. Because I feel what happens is it creates a cycle. Okay? It creates a cycle. And I do see the cycle ending. I do see things going in your favor. Temper your passions, temper your emotions. Okay? It could be them too. All right, tempering that passionate energy. I feel like it's someone who's very focused on the physical, too much focused on the physical, not enough on that emotional. So there's a lack of emotional communication. It's where you kind of know. You look at your feelings and you recognize there's something missing. It's the story. Yeah. Ace of Chalices. There we go. Yeah. So it's an energy of someone who's holding on. Yeah. So you've got someone who's very financially stable, very comfortable, protecting their money. They want things to go in their favor. This is not somebody who's going to give in. They could be I got to be honest, they're kind of cheap, possibly selfish. It's all about them. It's possible they're immature and they're keeping a secret. There's some kind of secret, some kind of fear this person has. Could be a fear of commitment. A fear of being hurt themselves. Maybe they were hurt really badly when they were young. Sometimes people get traumatized when they're young or hurt them. So they keep that fear within themselves. Interesting read. This is definitely someone who has all the tools. They have everything they need. The money, the house, possibly the bank account, maybe even a business owner. So they're very protective of everything that they've built. Okay? But I do see this opportunity for a fresh new start. Person's coming in to offer you a cup, but some of you, it's just where if you do have somebody new and you want to end something, all right, it's about being open for communication, being open for discussion. It's possible you're ending a situation and you're starting something new just because you don't trust this person, okay, plain and simple. But I feel as though it's an energy of if you want to move forward with somebody new, let this person know. I think we got a person who's afraid to hurt somebody. They really don't want to hurt this person, but I also feel there's someone who's been hurt. Possibly when they were younger, they keep that secret to themselves. It's possible there was a third party with someone younger and they were keeping a secret. Okay, so like I say, different scenarios, same energy. Yeah, this is somebody who's definitely that Wheel of Fortune. So I feel as though it's an energy. Some of you are leaving this person behind to the birth of something new. The burdens are lifting. Okay, so some of you are definitely maybe newly single, enjoying the fruits of your labors and manifesting new. So it's possible you have, I do see a mirroring energy here, which is interesting. I'm seeing the Magician twice, both of you manifesting, having all the tools, having all the information you need, having everything you need. I actually feel like you're manifesting this person, but I would be cautious if you have a type. You may be continually manifesting the same kind of person. So make sure you look at that. Okay, if you have a type, because the Temperance is sometimes about a type of person that you're very attracted to. Okay, it's possible too you have someone who hurt you, they manipulated you, they may have, you know, manifested somebody new, maybe you aren't their type. Okay, it's quite possible they just didn't want to hurt you. Not everybody's very good at that. It's not easy to tell somebody, hey, you're not really my type, I don't find you attractive, I'm not interested. So sometimes there's lies and manipulation, which usually ends up to being a lot of baggage. Okay, I do feel this person has baggage. I definitely feel they do. And burdens. I don't think they want the responsibility of a relationship is what it really boils down to. They're holding on to their money, protecting their money. This is somebody who I do feel they're kind of selfish. Okay, but I don't know if this person can overcome that energy or not. But yeah, I do see it. This is the way they conduct themselves, a habit, tradition, the way they behave. Okay, it's a habit. It's the way they were possibly raised, something to do with how they were raised. I do see two people not being on the same page, but I do see the possibility of finding someone that, you know, is very much the same as you, someone who's been through the same thing. Okay, so I do see an energy of you possibly connecting with someone who's not on the same page. Make sure you are with someone too. Okay, when you meet somebody new, that you're on the same page, because that's what I feel. I feel like something never got off on the right foot for some of you. But I do see the birth of something new. We have an Empress, okay? The Empress is someone who knows when to walk away. They know when they don't trust somebody, they just walk away. So that's what I feel. But I think you got a person who's insecure. I feel they have insecurities. I feel this person was hurt when they were young. Honestly, I feel for a lot of you that's the case. But other people project their hurt onto other people and their trust issues, you see? Yeah, see, it's a habit, a tradition, it's a conditioning. I think this is just how this person is. They have their own way of doing things. It's possible some of you are moving towards someone new, that you are mirroring, that you're very much the same. So I do feel communication is key. But if you, again, if you have a type of person that's attracted to you or you're attracted to, maybe just because they have physical good looks or they're financially stable, and you find yourself in that same energy, it's learning to see it. Okay, I do see a busy time, things speeding up, and possible multiple opportunities. Someone never told you they had multiple opportunities. I think it's an energy of been there, done that. I actually feel if this person comes back around to you, I think it's over. So just be patient. It's also an energy. It's now time to try something different, a different kind of person. But it's also within yourself, trying a different way of communicating, learning with the school of hard knocks, learning better ways to communicate, to make sure you're on the same page. Not everybody, like I say, someone here lied to somebody or manipulated a situation and told a story because they didn't want to hurt somebody. Yeah, but I still see that Empress. So let's just dig into this Empress energy. This is a healing energy, okay? This is an energy walking away from something that's not emotionally fulfilling, being open to new possibilities, being open to new people, but still carrying some trust issues. So that's something that needs to be healed before you start something new, is the trust. So if this person does come back around, make sure that's healed, okay? It's something that needs to be released, because it'll just keep happening again, okay? It'll be a cycle, on and off and on and off. So it's about getting off the emotional roller coaster. So yeah, so it's about being wise, trusting your intuition, okay? Knowing when it's time to end a cycle, a habit, a pattern. It's conditioning, but it's about things going in your favor. Trust your intuition, okay? So with this person, temper your passions, temper your emotions, take your time and be patient. Make sure you are on the same page, whether it's a new person or a person coming around. I feel there's something on and off. Somebody has multiple opportunities, and I don't think they're lying unless you're out and out asking them. I don't see you out and out asking. I see you keeping your feelings to yourself, and it's bothering you. So it's telling you, if you got something bothering you, speak about it. I think this person kept something to themselves. Maybe, maybe there is something bothering them. I don't know. But yeah, it's just frustration, lack of clear communication, getting into your head, trust issues. Some of you, it could be a friend. You may have had a friend who manipulated you because they wanted to start something new with someone else or with this person. You may have two people interested in the same person possibly here as well. So some of you could be ending a friendship because you can no longer trust this person. Well, the Empress doesn't deal with miscommunication. The Empress energy does not like that. The Empress is all about love and healing, about being grounded. It's about new clarity. It's about using all that beautiful creativity to overcome any obstacles or challenges. But I feel the trust is there. And it's time to end it, time to walk away, time for something new. Yeah, see, single. We've got two single people. See, I gotta tell you, I feel like this person's got some issues they've kept a secret. Secret hurts. Okay, maybe they have trust issues and they project that maybe they were involved in a third party. Maybe this is a lot of times people project they've done something wrong. They've hurt somebody or there was a third party, and then, it gets projected onto you, okay? The blame game. Two people blaming each other. So I got to tell you, I feel like your intuition is your inner wisdom, everything you already know. I feel like you need to end this, okay? A lot of you are ending something. But I do think things will start to go in your favor if you temper your passions. I definitely feel there's a need to learn, what is the word I'm looking for? How to be diplomatic when you start something with someone and find they're not your type, or there's no physical attraction, or whatever it is, okay? Whatever the issue is, learning to do it in a kind way without having to manipulate, or, a lot of people just ghost other people and leave them hanging after one person thinking everything's going fine, and all of a sudden the other person doesn't want to talk or communicate and they just ghost. It's about learning, the school of hard knocks, learning new ways to communicate that kind of energy. It's about being diplomatic. But I actually feel you have a person here. Some of you, I definitely see Taurus, strong Taurus energy. Virgo, Gemini, Cancer, and Pisces are the strongest energies. And of course yourself right here with Temperance. Okay? Yeah. Being wise, trusting your intuition, knowing everything. You already know everything you need to know. I think some of you might even know this person has a secret. They have some kind of secret insecurity. Tell me about this Prince of Wands. Yeah, see, it's the story. See, it's someone telling you a story. Okay, there's a fish in that cup. Not very sincere. Insecurity. They have an insecurity, so they have excuses. Okay, for whatever this is. Everyone's storyline's going to be a little bit different. The energy's the same, but this is to do with emotional fulfillment, what makes them happy. See, this is someone's not so sure they trust they can make you happy or you make them happy. But I got to tell you, there's, I don't think this person wants the responsibility of a relationship. But for some of you, I definitely feel they feel responsible. It's possible they could come into a scene. It's failing to recognize their part. Two people failing to recognize their part. I feel like it's both people. Like I say, I feel like both of you, are failing to recognize your parts. Two people, both people blaming, but definitely this person's failing to recognize some kind of a responsibility, failure to see, indecisive. This is someone who doesn't want to look at it. They don't want to look at those fears. They don't want to deal with it. Okay, yet it bothers them. It's baggage. People have hurts. People have traumas from conditioning, the way they're raised, things that happened when they were young, or maybe they had someone cheat on them or somebody hurt them really bad emotionally, and they keep it to themselves. It's not something this person really wants to share. Definitely. Yeah. Tell me about this Magician and we'll wrap this up. Yeah, so it's a judgment to release. It's about making a decision. So I do feel it's possible reconciliation. Somebody's going to try to come back around and reconcile, to manifest new. I still feel this person, they have everything. See, they're very comfortable enjoying the fruits of their labors. They're financially stable. They have everything. That's what they're afraid of, is protecting themselves, their money. Now, there could be a negotiation. This could be this person coming in to negotiate, to talk. It's possible. So it's up to you to decide. I see the energy of judgment, okay? Making a judgment. So this person may have judged you, felt you were manipulating them. It looks like it's back and forth. I'm seeing the card twice. Okay, so look at that. There's that energy. Yeah, so I do feel someone here is definitely feeling pretty beat up, very emotional, but it's an energy of judgment. I feel some of you are I don't think you're gonna go for this, most of you. Some of you may. It all depends on the situation. Like I kind of played out a couple of scenarios with this center energy. But it's about looking at it, I see multiple opportunities. Some of you, maybe, you're kind and compassionate. You didn't want to hurt this person, or vice versa. But I see you as being quite loving and nurturing. But I do feel an energy of someone exploring their feelings and emotions. Someone's keeping their feelings to themselves. You're making a decision to move on. Some of you are moving towards someone else. Somebody who, I feel like, I do see multiple opportunities. In fact, you might get a communication from several people here. But if you have a type, please be cautious, okay? If you're always attracted to the same type of person, to look at it, okay? Spirit's telling you to look at that. Trust your intuition, spiritual guidance. You already know, okay? Things are going to shift in your favor. They really are, okay? Because you're going to learn something from this. Everybody learns. Yeah, see, learning, failing to recognize. See, it's an energy. Two people rejecting each other. Two people not sure. Two people. I feel like you both. I feel like you both. Now, I don't know if this has been something on and off where you've both rejected each other. It's very possible here. Hoping things would shift in your favor. But it's an energy of failing to recognize that you're not on the same page. It's a failure to recognize this person may not be your type. They could have a fear of commitment, okay, because of something, some kind of insecurity. But I do see a new opportunity. I do feel things will shift in your favor. I see you getting a new opportunity. In fact, I feel this person probably is in that type. Trust your intuition if something feels off. Okay, Sag, pull back a little. If something feels off, it probably isn't. Okay, so don't fail to recognize, especially if it's a reconciliation energy. Yeah, I think you got the birth of something new here. You probably just can't see it yet. So yeah, see, there it is. Somebody being a little sneaky, maybe being a player, like they're hiding something. It's telling you to look at the facts. This is an energy of someone who needs to figure out what it is they want, what makes them happy. But it's also a person who is indecisive and not recognizing the way they're conducting themselves. Some people just don't see it, okay? They just don't see it because it's the way they are. It's a habit, okay? But I also feel it's a person who needs to figure things out. They need to fix themselves, okay? This person could be a bit of a fixer-upper. You may feel that's that Queen of Cups, feeling like you can fix this person. Always remember, you can't fix people. They have to fix themselves. They need to take off the rose-colored glasses. They need to put on the glasses that they can see clearly with and make a decision. Yeah. I gotta tell you, this really looks complicated, so it's probably very confusing. So when we all know when things get confusing and it feels off, it's time to just end it, okay? Your intuition's telling you it's an end of a cycle, end of a habit, end of a pattern. It's time for something different. Now I'm hoping this person's learned, okay? I hope they're figuring things out, being logical, looking at the facts, that they're actually responsible in some ways. But I feel like you're both responsible. I think it's the blame game for some of you, but not all of you. Okay, that's what I feel this is all about. And I do feel here's that energy, trying to fix somebody. Queen of Cups energy, the fixer-upper. If you love them, nurture them, and care for them, and do all these lovely things and give of yourself to them, you can fix and help heal this person. They have to heal themselves. It's something they need to sort out. You can be kind and compassionate, but I actually feel, I'm going to tell you, this is somebody who rejects, okay, ignores, I think they fail to recognize a lot about themselves, okay? That mirroring, right? That mirroring, it's right here too. You're very much the same in a lot of ways, but I do feel like there is an energy of some kind of connection. But I feel like this person has issues they need to sort. And I don't think it's something you can fix, only they can fix it. The start of it is taking accountability for their part, not blaming somebody else. It's the blame game. And I feel like it's both of you in some ways. You may have failed to recognize this person. I think some of you probably knew this person was a little bit on the sneaky side. I feel that energy, like you kind of didn't trust them, but you kind of went for it. Maybe you didn't trust that they were actually single. Like I feel there's a lot of secrets, a lot of hidden, a lot of confusion with this person. Like they say, when it's confusing, it's time to move on. It's time to end it and get off the emotional roller coaster. This is the emotional roller coaster. Spirit's telling you, it's learning to recognize. You already know that things could go in your favor if you end this. And that means you're not going to be single forever if that's your fear. There's other options and other opportunities. In fact, this person could be your type. They could be, but maybe a little bit different. So read between the lines, okay? If someone's not telling you everything that you need to know when they communicate, take a little pause and look at it, okay? Like I say, sometimes people lie and manipulate and leave things out because they don't want to be hurtful. And I mean, it could be you. Maybe you didn't want to hurt this person. Maybe there's something about them that you weren't comfortable with. So, all right, take what resonates, guys. Sorry to drag it on, but a very confusing reading, quite emotional. A lot of air energy here, but the birth of something new, the healing, being single, okay? Trusting in yourself, trusting in your goals, what it is that you want, okay, when you start something new. Beautiful. Take care, I don't know why I'm thinking Aquarius. Sagittarius, all right? The Aquarius energy come out. I don't really see a lot of that here, or any for that matter, but maybe that's meant for somebody. It's an energy of the star, letting go of something that no longer serves you. Now, it could be a habit, a belief, something that you were, because of the way you were raised, or this person, and letting it go. Take care, guys. Bye for now.